guys today is Ben Bateman versus Scott Mantz and Kinda Funny versus Funhaus. Funhaus. Whatever. It was really hard for me to place a bet this week, but I wanted to because it's Bateman and Scott Mantz. I didn't bet on the team match, but I ended up going one for Ben Bateman. At one point on Ben Bateman because I could really see it going either way, but I wanted to give one to Ben reluctantly. I love me some movie mans, but I think that maybe Scott's been out for too long, haven't seen him in a while, and Ben's been cocky and everything else. Which, I don't know. I'd love to see Ben lose today. I don't even care about the 1 point. But I think that Ben might win. So, let's just get it started. Oh, also, last episode I talked about how I was going to study next week the Inner Geekdom. I made a list of all the movies I would need to watch that are included in the Inner Geekdom, and there's 105 movies that I have not seen. So there's even more movies that I have seen that I need a refresher on, but 105 movies that I need to watch. So, probably won't happen by next week, but I'm going to try to get little chunks. And I don't know, because included in that list are all the James Bond movies, which I don't know if they removed the category, because there was a big uproar about how it really shouldn't be in the Inner Geekdom. And I kind of understand it, because he should be in there as much as the Mission Impossible movie should be in there. It's spy movies, which aren't really super Inner Geekdom-y. I think that Inner Geekdom is more fantasy, sci-fi, superheroes. That's why I don't know if I would put Indiana Jones in the category either, but I'm still glad he's in there because I love Indiana Jones. I probably Back to the Future is even pushing it, just because there's only 3 movies. But I don't know. It's up to people who are running the league and stuff. So I'm probably gonna watch the James Bond movies very last. But I don't think it belongs in this category. You know what I was thinking belongs in this category? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Honestly, all superhero movies should be in this, regardless of whether Marvel and DC made them. There should be a superhero movies category. That would really spice things up, but it would make things more difficult because that superhero movies can be anything, really. But anywho, let's go ahead and get started. I don't know who's first. Should be Ben Bateman and Scott Mantz because their match is listed first, but Kinda Funny versus Funhaus would be more of an opener match, and Ben Bateman and Scott Mantz would be more of a headliner, I think. But anyway, let's get started.
You are going to play me at the collision.
Fine. You're seeing 2 of the best teams of all time. We won one, they won one. Let's let this third one decide it once and
Not
for
by
all.
much, but still there. And then Andreyko and Rachel. I think that's all 4 matches. Oh, and Alex Damon. Only 5 matches in? Yeah. Christian ran a poll on Twitter.
This is not going to go well. There he is. Hey, Alex.
Hey, Thad.
Thanks for coming over.
Sure.
Congrats again for the live event.
Oh,
You really smoked them. It was fantastic.
Thanks.
So
It's not gonna
I've
go well.
got
Did he
some
just-
interesting news.
Okay.
He just fly in.
Unfortunately, Sam Witwer is not able to compete for the next couple of months. He booked a couple gigs and he's unavailable. We've talked with him and we don't know when he's going to come back.
Okay.
And I feel really bad because I know you two would plan this big title fight.
Yeah.
And we've talked it over and we've decided that we're actually going to make you the reigning Star Wars champion because he's unable to fulfill his duties, and so it's all yours. Congratulations.
I mean, that's a beautiful belt and all, but I don't even want to touch it right now.
What do you mean? You're the Star Wars champion. Just, congrats.
No, I think I need to earn it. I can't just take it. That's not
What a good
fair.
guy.
So,
What a
so you
good
mean I
guy.
have to find you another competitor?
Could you, just put out some feelers, find someone that thinks they could take me on?
Gee, I mean, I'm gonna have to make an open
What
call.
a good
I can't
guy.
give it to Ken. Ken can't compete right now, so I'm gonna have to find someone. Okay.
Why can't Ken? That would make sense.
All right, fine. Well, I'll try
The
to find
old
somebody.
champion.
If you can make it back for the collision, I'll get you a competitor.
Yeah, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you, Thad.
All right. My job never ends.
I like Alex. What a good guy. I wish he could have played Sam, but what a good guy.
We came here for the friends. And we got to know the friends of our friends. Then our old friends from middle school, our mom.
0-2 is definitely not where Scarpino wants to be right now. When I get on a plane to LA, I come here to win. I will not leave this place
Is he part of a
0-3.
team?
And your winner!
I love Nick Scarpino.
It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet.
Wait. I'm confused where Nick Scarpino is. Was he part of the teams? He didn't look like it. Is he in Kinda Funny?
You've made a great decision to tune in to the movie trivia showdown. We have a spectacular team
Finally
match
behind the
today,
desk.
and
He
I
should
am
be.
honored
He's
to be
awesome.
Ken Knapsack. And I'm honored to be joined by Brianne Chandler, Miss Movies, the 2000, what year is this? 18 free-for-all winner, making her debut today.
Oh my goodness, free-for-all winner. I'm just as shocked as you are about actually having achieved that.
Can I make a confession to you? I was
sure.
at the announcer booth when this was happening, and I was looking at the math, and I was looking at the way you were playing, and I was looking at the way you've been making choices lately for your own benefit, something I love and respect, and I was like, I think she's got this. I wish I'd bet on you. I would have won a lot of money. So congratulations to you.
How much can you win if you only put on $20?
I'm not good at math. Other people are.
Okay.
But here's the thing, you know, I recently had some problems at the live movie trivia Schmoedown.
I did see
some
that. I was
things
there.
worked against me. Fair question in the end that got me. So I could still use a title shot if you, want to find it in your heart.
You know what?
Let me know.
I'll put you on the list of all the people that are interested. I will. I did
Yeah,
that. I mean, you
got a
came to
long
me
list.
before. This is the second time that you're coming to me to ask for this.
Right.
I mean, not directly ask for this,
I-
but indirectly.
Understand completely. Well, let's talk about today's match, Brianne. We have got some teams making their debuts, but also a returning player who knows the rules, but maybe is looking for a little bit of redemption here. We have Kinda Funny, which is Nick Scarpino and Game Over Greggy, versus Funhaus, James and Elise from Rooster Teeth. What do you know
Very
about
nice.
these teams?
What I know about these teams is they are very big in the video game industry.
Yes.
And they are very big on Patreon as
Yes.
well. And that's actually how I found Kinda Funny. I was a patron of theirs. I still contribute to them as well. And I basically paid to go on their show. Through Patreon, and that's how we got here. That's how they're here.
And through those experiences, it's led you to be work extensively and have office hours with the Schmoedown Patreon. That's going pretty good.
That's right. Because of my relationship with Kinda Funny, that's the reason why we get to do this today.
What do you feel about these teams? We're going to hear from them in a second with their promos, but I want to know what you know right now about these teams coming into this match.
Oh, coming into this match, gosh, I know that Nick is really hungry. He's hungry for that win. James and Elise are new, so I don't know what they're going to bring to the table, but I do know that they're going to know something about Jim Henson for sure, because I know Elise is a Muppet connoisseur.
You know what? As someone who grew up on the Muppets and used to watch the Muppet Babies every Saturday morning up until I was probably uncomfortably old to be watching it for the demographic, I respect that a lot there. Well, let's give our own insight here. Let's hear directly from the teams with some promos now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you asked for it, you got it. I'm back. One of the top competitors in the singles league, and I was like, you know what's better than losing over there? Maybe winning in doubles. That's right. I am here, and I am tired of getting my ass kicked in by myself, so I brought in some backup.
My name is James, and this is...
My name's Elise, and we're from Funhaus.
Yeah. Funhaus is a comedy gaming channel known for obscure movie references in things that shouldn't be referenced, and yeah.
Yeah, maybe we should stop doing that.
Ladies and gentlemen, they call him the gruesome Greggy. They call him the game over Greggy. They call him the champ where I'm from. Please let me introduce, it's my honor to introduce you, my partner today, Mr. Greg Miller. Trending Gamer 2015, Greg Miller.
Schmoedown, people! I'm sorry.
Their own
I didn't know this
result.
thing mattered on YouTube. We've been sending D-League Nick Scarpino to come represent Kinda Funny.
We're here today because Nick Scarpino challenged us. He thinks that this is going to be an easy win.
He hasn't had an easy win in his life.
No. I think he's some people are undefeated. I think he's defeated.
Kinda Funny is 100% getting their first victory in the Schmoedown today. It's time, and it's about time.
Adam Kovic, start building 2 caskets, because once I beat the Willemses, I'm going to fucking murder her. This isn't a joke. This is a confession.
It doesn't sound like it. You've made everyone scared behind the camera.
Lawrence Sornertagger.
Okay, he's a big guy. Be careful.
He's a coward, too.
All right.
Here's what's going to happen today. Kinda Funny. You give us those Muppets questions. You give us those Mission Impossible questions.
Oh, give it to us.
You're going to lose.
Listen, you can't pick the questions. If you could, maybe you'd have a chance. But those questions, they're going to fall on us like raindrops. And we're going to open our mouths. We're going to fill our mouths with those questions. And when we spit that water in your face, you're going to be 0-4, buddy.
Are we going to be provided water?
Do we get water?
Do we get any water?
Yeah, we get water. So we'll do that.
It's going to be the water.
I love it.
All right, you see there, Funhaus kind of saying they're here, they're ready to make their claims, make their stamp on the league. But I find this interesting, this dynamic with Game Over Greggy and Nick Scarpino. They've known each other. They work together.
Yes.
They drink La Croix together, all right? I think that's how you say it. I'm not French. But there's kind of a weird dynamic going on here, right?
Is there a weird dynamic?
Well,
I mean, I guess from this promo for sure, there's definitely, my ears are definitely not hearing properly right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But I see what's going on here. Scarpino struggled. He's a popular player. Sometimes you don't get the questions in the end that you want. I think he's back for a little bit of redemption. But Game Over Greg coming back in kind of saying, we're going to do this right, and we're going to make our name better.
He's putting him in his place.
Yeah.
He's getting him to get this win today.
And I do have championship belt envy there with some of the stuff going on there. All right, those are the promos. Here are the strengths. Brianne, you tell me if I'm wrong about this. Talking to both teams before the match, Kinda Funny. Their strengths include video games. Now, I've asked them if that's video game movies or just like me, good at managing my budget on MLB The Show 18. I don't know. Franchise mode. Comic book movies and loud yelling. Would you agree?
Loud yelling. 100%.
With Funhaus, we've got bad movies, which I actually think is an interesting strength because if you can quote dirty work like I can, you know Norm Macdonald's film canon, it might come up at some point in the competition, James Bond movies and the aforementioned Jim Henson movies.
I'm looking forward to that Jim Henson slice on the wheel. It's a new slice, something that the patrons have been asking for. This is our Patreon match today. Ooh. So if you are a patron and you support at the $5 level or above, you are going to get this. a week before everyone else. This is coming out June 29th to you, and to everyone else it will come out the next week.
I love getting things early, especially like tacos at Del Taco before they open. It's a good thing. All right, with that said, Brienne, I think it's time to get into this match and some intros and get the teams out here. So I asked the fans, are you ready? Because it's time for Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, representing Rooster Teeth and making their Schmoedown team debut with a record of 0 wins and 0 losses, ready for a new start. It is James and Elise, Team Funhaus. Here they are. What was that? I like that.
Is that Tom Cruise? It's not Tom Cruise. I thought it was. I thought he was here.
They got this. They got this.
They've got the lap down, which I appreciate.
They know how to do this. I like the Tom Cruise match. I have seen James wrestle in a wrestling ring. I've seen him. He knows how to do this game here. It's going to be exciting. But here are their opponents, representing themselves and some drink called
LaCroix.
They are Game Over Greggy and Nick Scorpino. They are Kinda Funny.
There he is.
Scorpino out first.
It looks like the LaCroix on his shirt.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
What's happening?
That's what I'm talking about.
Holding the curtain open for Greg Miller.
You could see right there. Wow.
There's something going on in the audience right now.
Game Over Greggy. He's got some words for the audience. I think he's yelling at John Roca, but John Roca often just yells into the air normally. So they are out.
Great start.
Yeah, Scarpino's here. He's the only one with the experience. Let's see how that plays coming in here. All right. Well, both teams are at the desk. Brienne, we're going to go over the rules.
We are going to go over the rules.
This is round one. Absolutely. Teams, you're going to be getting 8 questions in various categories. We'll let you know those categories. You're going to write your answers down in about 15 seconds. You do have each 3 JTE rules named after the great Ecuadorian film reviewer Josh Tapia, as we know. So you will have the ability to ask for a repeat of the questions, but each team 3 per game. Don't forget that there. We want you to say your name, say the answers, show us the board so we can confirm that you didn't have any kind of shenanigans in writing down. So, are all teams ready? Funhaus, are you ready?
We're ready.
We're ready.
Yes, I love it.
I love this show.
Kinda Funny.
We love you.
Are you ready? Kinda Funny.
Could not be more ready.
We're ready, Tony Schiavone.
That's right. Here we go. Then it's time.
Oh, boo yourself.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown. 3 rounds to a finish. All right, Brienne, Miss Movies has the first question coming in.
The first question comes to you in the form of movie quotes. The quote, "You mean you have to use your hands? That's like a baby's toy," is featured in which time travel film?
Yes.
Is that what we're going with?
Yes. Sorry for the stumble. Yes.
Smooth operation you run here.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
All right. Well, first one's out. How do you feel? You good? You going? We have a countdown here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I have no
Looking
idea.
for answers.
Nick, show us your answer,
Back to the
please.
Future 2?
That's correct for a point.
Fantastic. We won.
Elise.
Great.
Whoa.
See you later.
There's more.
We have 3 rounds. Elise.
I wasn't in that movie.
Sorry, Tom. Sorry.
Game Over Greggy.
Back to the Future Part 2.
That is correct for a
Thank you,
point.
Tony Schiavone.
Thank you.
Listen, I've never seen this, whatever they're talking about, but I'm pretty sure it's from Toy Story 3.
Incorrect. Kind of funny.
That was a good guess, though, I will say.
2-point
Yes.
lead.
I just realized she's doing Tom Cruise, and it's spot on.
It's
It is.
spot on. Really good.
I'm glad you just picked that up just now. Just
You ready,
now.
Greg?
Okay, now get some
All
points
right,
as
second
Tom Cruise.
question.
Sweating in
Second
the
question
jacket.
comes in the category of action/adventure. In what film do two boys and a girl hitchhike across cross-country to compete in the Ultimate Video Game Championship featuring Super Mario Brothers 3? You know, once hitchhike for an entire
Don't fuck
summer.
this up for me, Nick.
You hitchhiked once before?
Yeah.
Greg is really, really fired up today.
5, 4,
I
3,
don't know.
2,
Don't mouth stuff.
1. Time's up.
Come on,
Pens
guys.
down. Pens down. Looking for answers. Starting with Elise.
Come on, just write something. Write something, Tom.
You weren't in it.
Not too late, audience. You can get behind the winners.
All right, Greg.
The Wizard.
That is correct for another point. James.
Wizard.
That is correct for a point.
We will accept
Scarpino.
The Wizard.
Yeah!
You don't need those.
4-1 lead. 4-1
Good job.
lead.
Keep it up, buddy.
I didn't remember it till last minute.
All right, coming up in now is the third question.
Question 3 comes to you from
Coming up in
Comedies.
now.
A 35-year-old video game tester
Are they
has to
all
move in with 3
intentionally video
elderly
game ones?
women. In what film?
My apartment lease is up next month, and I think this is a good plan of action.
You know what? This is definitely a plan of action for you specifically.
Yeah,
I have
I'd
no
be
idea.
okay with it.
It could be like a Golden Girls reboot.
4, 3, 2, and 1. Pens down. Look for answers.
Put down
Starting
Grandma's
with
boy,
Starting
but
with
I don't think
Greg.
that's right.
My apologies.
Grandma's boy.
That is correct.
Thank you.
Oh,
Excellent.
okay.
James.
I've never
Mama's
seen it.
boy.
Oh, so close. So close.
Scarpino.
It is.
Grandma's boy.
Put down
Correct.
Grandma's boy. Because I know
Tom
Nick
Cruise.
Schwartz is in that, and I'm a big fan of him.
Yes!
Thank you.
Elise is on the board.
He's an
All
idiot.
right.
Exciting.
Your
But I
fourth
think it's
question
really funny.
comes in the category of directors. Directors. Who directed Labyrinth? Who directed Labyrinth? You enjoy that film?
I enjoy that
I'm
film.
not sure.
This is one of the movies that I probably watch most frequently in terms of sci-fi.
Fireys scare me.
Oh, I'm sorry about
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down,
Can they
pens
count
down.
one?
Looking for answers. We're starting with James.
I'm going to go Jim Henson.
That is correct for a
Correct.
point.
Oh,
Scarpito.
That makes more sense. I put Robert Zemeckis. I was stuck.
I mean,
that was a good. That's
a
good.
got it
dominant
wrong.
director at the time. Elise.
I don't know why I put Frank Oz.
No.
You think too much, Tom.
Game over, Greggy.
My Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, have you heard the good news?
I have, but unfortunately incorrect answer at this time.
He's the reason for the season.
All seasons.
Boy, oh boy. You're going to be up tonight thinking about that one.
Yeah, that was a hard one. It's okay. I missed the candle question the first time.
Right.
You never live it down.
Moving
You never live
on
it down.
to question 5. This is movie release dates.
No.
Double Dragon and Street Fighter both came out in what year?
I don't know.
If you don't know, just guess a year. That's what
You
I
could
do.
pick- There's like over 100 years to choose from.
Maybe even 200?
Who
knows?
I don't
We're
know.
getting there.
I don't know when time starts or ends.
5,
Probably about
4,
100 for movies.
3, 2,
But 1989,
1.
I have no idea.
Starting
I
with
feel like that was
Nick.
a big year for movies.
Stab in the dark. 1992.
You are close, but no cigar on that. Elise?
1994?
Yes,
correct for
you
points.
got it.
Game over.
Greg,
Were we talking about the movies or the games?
we're talking about the movies. This is the movie trivia Schmoedown.
I feel like that wasn't clear enough. I guessed for the games 1988.
Thank you for that guess. I appreciate it, James.
1997.
Oh, no.
Still ahead.
We only got still ahead. Elise. Elise has this one there. All right.
No one
6
saw Double Dragon. No one saw it.
I saw it.
Okay. Well,
sixth question comes in the category of horror.
Whores?
Horror, yes.
Horror.
What horror franchise
What's my mother
based?
have to do with this?
Whoa.
What horror franchise based off a video game stars Mila Jovovich?
How many horror movie game franchises could there be, really?
Do you know I have the same dress you have?
Do you?
5.
I don't know.
I'm very excited
4,
to see that.
3, 2, 1.
I'm not
We
sure.
are
I
looking
have
for
no
answers
idea.
starting with Elise.
But Left 4 Dead.
Resident Evil?
That's correct for point.
I almost put
Game
Resident
over,
Evil, but
Greggy.
I feel like
Resident
that's not
Evil.
That's
horror.
correct. Takes
Yes.
up 5 lead.
Resident Evil was
James.
like
Resident Evil.
action.
Absolutely. Keeping pace.
Passing it out. Resident Evil.
There you go. We have an
Excellent.
8-6 lead. Close game as we start to come to
Seems
the
like a
end
lovely girl. I don't know why they call her that.
of round 1.
Yeah, there's only 2 more questions remaining. This is number 7, and it
One of
is
the only video
documentary.
game movie franchises that work.
What documentary
That's barely.
is about breaking the world record for the highest score on Donkey Kong?
I
What?
get the reference now.
Hey, I'm wearing a Donkey Kong dress.
Yeah,
What do you know?
I feel like you're cheating off me, and I just want it to be said. I see her.
Funhaus cheating.
She has prying
He's got the
eyes.
glasses on.
She has prying eyes.
2,
He's got mirrors in there?
1.
All right.
Greg, show us your answer, please.
King of Kong.
We'll
Thank
accept
you.
that, absolutely.
King of Kong.
That is correct.
Skull
But
Island.
Donkey
King
Kong.
of Kong.
King of Kong, we got a 10-point
I want you
there.
guys to be more excited when I.
Yes!
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Boo! Boo!
All right,
And
Elise.
The Journey of Steve Wiebe, King Kong.
Absolutely.
King of Kong. King of Kong. King of Kong.
Excellent.
All right.
Little extra detail for you.
Yeah, okay. Stop showing
I
off.
realize what
Your
it
final
progressed
question is
through
coming up,
Team
Brian. This is a
League.
Patreon question.
It is a
In the
Patreon
Team
question.
League,
We're very
it
excited
won't
about that because
just
this is our
be
Patreon
video
match.
game one.
And so, here it comes.
Who's it brought to us by?
Harold Gruntejern, which I'm sure I've butchered that. I asked him how to phonetically spell it, but he never really spelled it out for me.
I love
so
that.
that's just how it's going to be.
It's like a Douglas Adams Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy name. I love it. The category that he chose because of his support on Patreon is animation. Animation. Your final question in this round is, Don Rickles voiced what character in the Toy Story films?
If you could voice a character in the Toy Story films,
I'm not sure.
Would you come
movies
up with something
Would have
different?
been tagged 5,
Oh.
4, 3, 2,
Blinky?
1. Looking for answers here, starting with James.
I'm hungry,
Rex,
and I want
maybe?
some ham.
Incorrect.
Not ham.
John Ratzenberg.
What?
Nick.
John Ratzenberg? Oh,
Nick.
Sorry they didn't teach you that at CrossFit.
Hungry, and I want something else.
Scarpino.
Yes.
I'm just taking a guess here. The dinosaur?
That is
It's Rex.
incorrect.
Oh, no, what are you saying? Oh, come on. You got it wrong.
At least I know now.
Oh,
I know
God,
it is.
ego. You're all
Elise.
looks.
What do you got?
I mean, I didn't do as bad as Nick because I at least put Rex.
No!
But I know it's not Rex. I know it's not Rex.
Come on, Greg, bring it back.
Mr. Potato.
Correct.
That's
got
right.
it.
So at
You, Harold.
the end
Damn,
of
it
round
wasn't-
1, Kinda Funny has an 11-8 lead. I think they
Only
started
1
really
point.
strong, and then Funhouse came back. Brand, we have ourselves a match.
We do have ourselves a match. I'm surprised it's this close. I'm very excited. This might be the first
What?
time
Now-
that Nick has been in the lead.
Well, I was going to say, why are you surprised it's close? Is it something about Scarpino? You doubted him coming into this match? What is it?
I mean, he
Clearly
has
the
those
weak
two
link is
losses.
Scarpino.
All right.
Oh.
All right.
It's unfortunate.
We are now entering round number 2, which is affectionately or sometimes ineffectionately referred to as the wheel round. Oh, that wheel is a fickle fate
That
and
wheel.
mistress here. We have got the categories on the wheel. One at a time, you guys will spin, as a team, I should say. You will get the chance to spin again if you do not like the first selection, unless you get opponent's choice and spinner's choice. We are going to be getting 6 questions in the round. So, Kinda Funny, you are in the lead. You have the choice to spin first or defer and have Funhouse go before you.
Before we do that, though, this is a wheel that is sponsored by a patron. Jake Burnham sponsored today's wheel, and he
wheel.
selected Tom Hanks and Ron Howard to be on the
Sponsored
wheel
what?
for today's
love
match.
that. I love
so
that.
thank you, Jake, for supporting us.
All right, so Kinda Funny,
We're going to spin first.
You are going to spin first.
Excellent.
All right, one of you can go up and give the wheel a good, solid spin. We want to see some revolutions on there.
It's funny because he hurts his back a lot.
Have you ever been in
He's kind of old. He's old. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
All
That's a good spin.
That
Spin
is
is
a good
in.
spin.
Spin is
Big money,
in.
big money, no
Very
hits,
nice.
no
Good.
hits.
I love that little kiss you did at the end.
Big money, no Howard, no Howard, no Howard.
No,
All
Howard?
right, his Noemi. That's a good. That's a lot of revolutions. We could power
Oh, dear.
a small
oh, dear.
wind
It's coming.
farm.
It's coming.
Almost the opponent's choice. Video
Saved
games. You
by the
guys
bell.
keeping it? You guys keeping it?
Your call. What do you want to do? All right, let's
All
roll
right,
the dice.
they're
They're
gonna
all
keep
bad.
up
All
the
three
Games. Video
Based on
games. All right. I'll ask Kinda Funny's questions. How
That
about that?
sounds like a plan to me.
about that?
Unbiased. I like
All
it.
right. All right, guys, you're going to get 6 questions in this round. Don't forget your JT rules and multiple choice. First one coming in. Which video game character did Jean-Claude Van Damme play in Street Fighter?
Guile.
That is correct for 2 points. 2 points.
But you just want 3 points.
All right. All
They're
right.
not free when you've earned them, James.
Go back to CrossFit, James.
Second
Barry's
question.
boot camp.
Second question out of 6. In Ready Player One, what is the avatar name of Ty Sheridan's Wade Watts?
No.
Did you see that?
I did not.
We're going to go with multiple choice on this one.
All right, here we go. Some names I've never seen. A, Parzival. B, Artemis. C, Tracer. D, Ack.
That's H.
Tracer or Parzival?
We're gonna shot in the dark. B.
That is incorrect. Incorrect for Steele.
We'll steal Parzival.
That is correct.
One. Nobody saw Ready Player One. Nobody. Nobody.
A lot of people.
We don't read.
All right.
Hearts of Darkness.
Third-
Ready Player One. Everyone knows.
Third question, kind of funny. Who played Mario in 1993's Super Mario Brothers movie?
Bob Hoskins.
That is correct for 2 points.
That's how you do it.
One of the all-time classics.
Fourth
I
question.
love that his name is Mario.
Fourth question. How many Resident Evil films are there?
Shit.
Yeah.
You have 20 seconds to answer these questions, I might add.
Right?
How about multiple choice?
Multiple choice.
This is not going to help.
have.
1 through 4.
Is it A, 4, B,
I
5,
wanna say
C,
7, but it
6,
might be
D,
5.
7?
I think it's 7 though. I want to go with
I don't
7.
think I can answer this one.
5.
That is incorrect for Steel Funhouse.
I think we're gonna go 7.
That is incorrect. Looking for 6.
Are you counting
Damn.
3D? Is 3D count as a number?
Animated.
You-
Is there the animated one?
They did an animated one.
Challenge.
All right, we do have a challenge from James and Elise.
They said movies, not made for DVD.
I don't know. I don't know enough about Resident Evil movies.
All right, we are back. We had an elite team of experts gather around the Google machine, and we've come up with this. The challenge will be Overruled 6 theatrical release Resident Evil.
We agree with your decision.
films.
Good job, everybody.
Great
Keep it
decision
honest
over there, guys. Good job.
Experts, they just huddled over there.
All right. Fifth question out of 6. A woman named Rose goes in search for her adopted daughter within the confines of a strange and desolate town in what film? All right.
Take a shot with it. Yeah.
Silent Hill?
That's correct for 2 points. You guessed, but you got it. Sometimes the knowledge.
Don't be
is
afraid to clap for winners, you fucking losers.
Whoa! Wow!
His words, not mine.
Final question in this category of video game pictures is: who plays President Will Cooper in Pixels?
I don't know. Kevin James.
We didn't
I don't know.
prepare for
Haven't seen
Pixel's
it.
question.
That is correct. 2 points for Kevin
Oh.
James.
Wow.
And
I haven't
underrated
seen it. I heard it was awful.
19 to 9. Funhouse still has a film, and it is chaos in
It
this
is
studio.
chaotic indeed. You said it, Miss Movies. We are now going to go to Funhouse. James and Elise, it's your turn to spin. Someone step up and give us a spin.
Come on, muscles.
Yeah, show those muscles.
All right.
Blow out your
Why don't
biceps.
you land on Ron Howard like you want?
Oh,
He
dear.
reminds me of the
That was
better
a great
looking
Spin is
people
in.
in
Spin is in. A lot of revolutions on the spins today, Brienne.
I'm liking that there.
Maybe
Oh,
it's just
very
those
big
hops.
cheer is happening for the audience. Is she even on there? Well,
No.
she is. Her picture's on there.
Is it?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Spin
Come
sex
on
is
down
nice.
to Jim
Wow.
Henson Movies. Jim Henson
Are you going to
Movies.
take it?
Are you going to?
Keep it. I guess we keep it. But now there's so much pressure though.
I know. That does happen.
All
When
right.
you get your strength.
I'm going to need
there
an
is-
answer. I'm going to need an answer. Are you guys?
Let's
Do
do
it.
it. I guess let's do it.
They're going to
All
do it.
right.
All right.
Here we go.
So
There's so much
Am I
pressure. There's so
asking or
much
are you
pressure.
asking?
This was a listed strength of the team, a little fumble early in the game. That sometimes happens, but this is a redemption round potentially here for
They
Funhouse.
can
6
talk it out,
questions
so
in the
it'll be
category of Jim Henson. Jim Henson. First one. In the Muppet movie, which comedian cameos as a sarcastic waiter during Kermit and Miss Piggy's first date?
I don't know.
Steve Martin.
That is correct for 2 points.
She loves Steve Martin.
I love Steve Martin.
Absolutely. Well,
You got a Steve
you know,
Martin category?
one of the reasons I got into comedy
Was Steve
movies,
Martin
absolutely.
and your favorite
I was gonna
movie
say,
shop
like-
girl.
That's right.
Neil Patrick Harris.
All right,
That's just his-
second
his Jason
question.
Segel.
Second question. What Academy Award nominated song is featured in the Muppet movie?
Rainbow Connection.
Rainbow Connection, 2 points.
The lovers, dreamers, and me. La, la, la,
Just so you
la,
guys
la.
know, wedding, first dance, Rainbow
That was
Connection.
our first dance.
All right.
Oh, they're married?
All right, sounds good.
Got the muscles.
Just so you know, I'm gonna die alone. Here we go. Okay. In what Muppet film does Kermit lose his memory?
Muppets Take Manhattan.
Absolutely an underrated
afraid.
Muppets movie.
Elise was
seen a Muppet
afraid of this
movie.
category, thought there would be a lot of pressure,
Yeah.
but she is handling this category
right.
so well.
He got hit by a car.
Okay, we are going with your fourth question. Who plays prison guard Nadja in Muppets Most Wanted?
That's a garbage movie, but it was Tina Fey.
That is correct for 2 points. All right.
Woo,
All
we're
right.
catching up. We're
Here
catching up now.
we go. This would be
Greg Miller's
Last
looking
question.
all right.
a little bit
Fifth
nervous.
of
Or
6 questions.
Not easy.
Fifth of 6 questions. In Labyrinth, what is the name of Sarah's baby brother?
Boy, what boy?
He is rolling around in her mind.
Multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice. A, Toby. B, Caleb. C, Michael.
Joshua.
D, Joshua.
I think it's Michael.
Joshua,
Gonna need
second
an
choice,
answer.
Toby.
Labyrinth that well.
Coming down in
Is
5.
it Michael?
That is incorrect. Incorrect for a steal. Kind of funny.
It's Toby,
That's
moron.
right.
Toby. It is Toby.
That is right. One more question
I don't know
left.
Labyrinth that well.
All right. All right.
Labyrinth is like this one hole.
Final question.
In Labyrinth.
What feature-length Muppet film was the first directed by Jim Henson? All right.
Shots fired.
I guess
By
it's,
Muppet, do you mean the creations? The felt like create?
I guess it's Muppet movie.
We're going to need an answer.
movie.
Hey,
It's
is
not
that your final answer?
Muppet movie? I don't think it's Muppet movie though.
All right. Incorrect. Looking for a steal from Kind of Funny for 2 points.
Do we get multiple choice?
No,
do
you did not,
not.
sir. Take us.
That's old. It's a Muppet movie.
Well, technically, Labyrinth is the.
All right. We're going to need answers in
Don't
5.
give them any hints, Elise.
4.
I'd say I was
Big
3
bird on the
Muppet
fucking
movies.
loose.
1. Need an answer.
What do we got?
Labyrinth.
Incorrect. The answer was The Great Muppet Caper. Charles Grodin, Diana
Muppet
Rigg,
Caper.
one of the classics. All right, that brings an end to round 2, but Ms.
wow.
Movies, we have ourselves a game.
We have ourselves a game.
20
It is
to
close.
17 is in here. All right.
It's very close.
All right, guys, we are into the third and final round. This will decide it all. Unless, of course, there's a tie, then we'll go into sudden death, and that's a whole other thing. I get bumped into overtime, so I'm okay with it. Here you go. You are each going to be asked to choose between 1 and 20. I want 3 numbers from that range, 1 to 20. Those can correspond to categories. You will be asked those categories. You have a 2, a 3, and a 5-point question. The 2-point and 3-point are answered on your own. You will decide after we announce the category. 5-point question, you can confer. All right, with that said, if you guys are set and ready, Kind of Funny's in the lead. You get to choose your numbers first.
What are your numbers, Big Cat?
2, 16, 21.
Well, that was quick.
A 216, I cannot accept
21's
21.
not gonna
It's
work.
too high.
32.
1 through
Also
20.
not.
Try it again.
40. I don't understand. What am I missing? 45?
1 through 20 are your choices.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then 120.
Thank you.
We'll take 13.
13
about that?
it is. All right. 2, 16, and
Thank you,
13. Funhouse, your numbers. Between 1 and 20, you cannot choose the ones already selected.
3 and 11, because those are our favorite band. 311.
311. All
Not
right.
Amazing.
Not
Okay.
really. And,
11.
and 6.
And 6.
3, 11, and 6. Those will work. We will accept them there. All right. I'll be asking these questions in these rounds because, you know what?
I'm not allowed.
You're an
I'm
active
not allowed
competitor.
to.
All
Yes.
right. So,
Can't
Funhouse,
look.
you are down by 3 points, which means you will be given the chance to answer first. Your first number you chose as number 3 that corresponds to the category of Tom Hanks, America's uncle, who is going to
America's
take
uncle.
this question.
I say America's dad.
I'll take it.
He's an
Lisa's going to
uncle.
take it. All right.
Kinda guy.
In Labyrinth.
2-point question. 2-point question. Outside of the Robert Langdon films, Tom Hanks has played the same character more than once in one other franchise.
The Da Vinci Code
what
franchise
is that?
Toy Story?
That is correct for 2 points.
Nice job. Yeah,
2 points. All right. Your next number you
But other
selected was
than the
number
Robert
11.
Langdon.
That corresponds to the category of
But I
action/adventure.
thought Ron Howard did
You
the Da
guys
Vinci Code
can
and
take this
Angels and
question and
Demons
jump to the lead.
Inferno.
James, you'll be answering this one.
Or Tom Cruise will be answering.
Tom
Is
Cruise
it not
for a
Ron
little
Howard?
mojo magic there. All right, 3-point question in action/adventure. What is the name of the limousine driver that escorts John McClane to the Nakatomi Tower in Die Hard?
You know, I actually know the answer to this. What?
I'm gonna go Christmas.
Incorrect. The answer was
right.
Argyle. Argyle down there.
hard one.
In
It's a hard one.
the
But I like
thing.
that.
Unless you've
I
actually
like
seen
that
the movie in your
answer.
life, and that was very
What?
That was hard.
All right,
Unless
with
you've
that
actually
incorrect
seen
answer, Funhaus is going to be given their 5-point
do or
question.
die.
We are in potential TKO range, Brianne.
Yes, you've got to get this one correct in order to
Oh,
stay in the
his
game and
character's
kick it
name
back
is
to
Robert
kind of
Langdon.
funny. Otherwise, Nick's going to get his
Absolutely.
first
I thought it
win.
meant-
Absolutely. Look at that, Scarpedo. She really believes you. All right, 5-point question. You chose the number 6. Chose the number 6. That corresponds to the category of 90s movies. You can confer. You do have JT rules on the board. 5-point question. In 1991's Father of the Bride, who plays the eccentric wedding coordinator's assistant, Howard Weinstein? Excuse me. Howard Weinstein.
No idea.
It's Martin Short.
And your winner,
Oh.
by way of technical knockout,
Who is it?
kind of funny. We were looking for BD Wong played Martin
They're booing
Short's
him.
assistant.
I don't know why. Probably because
See, though, how you
this
can make
Greg
that
guy is
work.
very, very rude.
Especially the wording of the question,
So,
BD Wong played
that
the
was kind of
assistant to
funny.
Martin
I
Short's
have 4 points
character.
if I were
With
Funhaus.
that,
I would
Kind
have
of
to
Funny
see.
has a 20-19 TKO victory, Brianne. We're going to hear from these competitors here in a second, but wow, big match.
It was a big match. I'm very excited for Nick today. But I'm also excited that Elise and James are local, so maybe they will actually return
They've
to the
got to take
Teens
a
League.
taste for blood in the water. They can come back here and compete. But right
Like
now,
that?
let's go to Jen Sturger. That's Jennifer to you and me, back with the winners and losers.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with Kind of Funny. And that was kind of good. That was actually your first win, Nick. How are you feeling?
Question. I feel fantastic, Jen. I was expecting to come win the first 3 times, and I lost. And then I brought in the big guns, me. I brought me back, and Greg came and brought me some Starbucks.
Okay.
So-
well, where are we going to be on that Toby question without me, huh?
I can't believe you pulled that out. I was going to answer Caleb, and you said Toby, and I was like, whoa, and we won.
Seems like
That
some
was the
Jim
question
Henson
we
fan
wanted.
would have known that, you know? Seems like a Jim Henson fan would know.
It's funny
because
because I
movies ever
don't
did.
go around purporting to be a Jim Henson fan like
Right.
some other people.
Right,
And
right.
then, because normally I just drop the ball and everything, but I've never seen anyone drop the ball quite that hard today. As
This
Elise
is an
did
epic
today.
choke.
Okay, but you were feeling pretty nervous that second round when she hit Jim Henson, were you
You
not?
lost by
I
1
was,
point.
because I don't, to be perfectly honest, I was not happy with my performance today. I dropped a couple questions early in the round. And
Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on
You
yourself.
know,
Come
but
on,
then I brought it
listen.
back. I brought it right back, pretty much on my shoulders. The world sits.
No, it was a team effort. Again, you couldn't get it done without me ever. Just like, I'm the champ, you're the chump. You understand how the relationship works. Don't get a big head on yourself, because I can point to all the times you've lost without me.
Well, it was those were warm-ups, and you would not even know how this whole thing works without them explaining it to both of us again when we came in.
Good point.
I'm pretty sure Greg
What
had
is
something to
going
do
on?
with you winning today. Maybe he's your good luck charm.
I think so. I mean, I bring him around a lot of places. Like he gets to stand and get cooled off in my shadow, so it's really nice for him.
He's taller than you.
I was gonna say,
Lots
short
of
people
people.
can't cast a big shadow. You know what I mean?
I stand on chairs.
So what's next
Stand
for
on
you?
chairs.
I want another match, and I want Greg and I to come at least another team, if not the entire league. I think we have a chance of going all the way. I'll be honest with you.
A chance?
We had
Because-
doctored
Going
questions.
Going all the way.
for
I
this
looked at
game.
your little wall
Oh,
of
no.
fame over there. Bring me Miss Movies. Bring me Sam Witwer. Bring me the kid who was the voice of the radio guy in Wet Hot American Summer. I'll lay them all out.
Who's
I'm
that?
not afraid of any of these D-list internet celebrities you got. Sam Witwer is in a game called Days Gone, though, and it looks good.
think we're done here.
St. Waivers in a lot.
Oh, Funhaus.
A lot
That was
of
a little
games.
rough. You guys came back so hard in that second round. We were all rooting for you.
Yes, we did come back very hard in that second round.
I mean, I was talking about Elise.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, when we're on film sets shooting Mission Impossible 7, we don't have time to study movies as closely as we'd like to. We're not invited to those film sets, actually.
I thought there were going to be more questions about stunts, performing your own stunts, the kinds of different stunts that Tom Cruise has performed.
My thetan levels, but there was none of that.
Yeah, no, we don't do any of that here. But you were very impressive in the Jim Henson round that you picked. I saw you were going to spin away from it. Why?
Well, I didn't want to put her on the spot. Her morale was pretty low
It's a
coming
lot
into
of
round
pressure.
2 because she missed the Labyrinth director question.
I don't know Labyrinth, though. I don't know. You know, you second guess yourself. You shouldn't, but you do. And I thought maybe it was Frank Oz because Frank Oz seems to have more of like a prestigious directing career than Jim Henson. I'm kicking myself so much. And I know Jim Henson didn't direct the Muppet movie. It's just that time crunch that you get in. Those 15 seconds fly by really fast.
And I know the limousine driver was Argyle. Why did I say Christmas?
No, but when you get under those lights, anything can happen. Were those lights shaking you guys up at all?
Greg was shaking me up. You know, that's what was shaking me
Well, he
up.
was literally shaking the table. Like underneath it, I don't know if you can see, but he was shaking the table the whole time. I tried to write the Mr. Potato Head, I tried to write it, but he shook it, my pen slipped, I wrote ham, so.
Happens all the time. So what's next for you guys? Are you guys going to come back and compete? Because we'd love to see you around here some more.
I would love to, especially now that I think we'll have a flow for it.
Yeah, well, I think we just need to find the right division, okay? Because we're kind of geeks at heart. She loves Lord of the Rings. I think we have a fair amount of knowledge we could share in that capacity.
He loves James Bond.
I love James Bond, but I think we have something that we can bring to this.
Give us a Quentin Tarantino movie. That's something we can both work with, I think.
Yeah.
So aside from Quentin Tarantino, it sounds like you might be up for some inner geekdom, no?
Hey, if it fits and the belt fits, do you guys have a belt for that one? Then yes.
We sits.
What?
If it fits, we sits. Is that?
That's a cat thing.
Back to you guys.
All right, you heard it there, Miss Movies. We got some spirited post-game comments from Kind of Funny. Game Over Greggy putting the league on notice. They are re-energized. They are here. They are in it to win it. Now, I really like this attitude from Kind of Funny. It kind of is in line with my thinking towards this league here. I loved it. But on the other side, Funhaus has some things to say, too.
Funhaus looks like they're going to be continuing, hopefully, with the inner geekdom. I was really impressed with Elisa in that second round with Jim Henson, because not only is it just Jim Henson movies, it's also movies that are in the creature feature have come out of that, so it could expand even further. But I thought she did such a great job, and I'm looking forward to seeing both Elise and James and what they can do in a different division.
I agree with what you're saying there. We're coming to a close here, but I got to say, Brianne Chandler, Miss Movies, an honor to have you sitting at the desk with me here, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with your free-for-all opportunity.
Aren't you, though?
Yeah.
You're still on my list, Ken.
Oh, I like being on lists.
I'll be thinking about
lists
that.
Are good. So that brings to a close today's matchup. First thing here on Patreon, we thank you guys for supporting the Movie Trivia Schmoedown on Patreon. Don't forget to share and like the matches when they're on YouTube. Join the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook group. All that good stuff. Closing thoughts on Patreon.
You know, I think this match is worth $1. I think it's worth it for $1 to come and see it early before it goes up on YouTube.
Absolutely, that is it. So we'll see you guys next time. I'm the Pit Boss, Ken Napsok. That's Miss Movies, Brianne Chandler. We'll see you next time.
Isn't it $5 though? Because I don't get to see it early, and I have a $1. Okay. So now I just need to reset my little computer because it only takes hour-long videos in a minute, 48 minutes. And I'm back. Okay. One on Ben, but hoping Scott wins.
They have a lot of personality, but what can they do? And what did they do? They wound up getting to the finals of the Ultimate Schmoedown team tournament, and they lost there against Above the Line. But they had an amazing run. And even though Ben Bateman is only 1-1, he has made a huge impact on this league with his attitude, his knowledge. He's challenging everyone.
Let's do something fun, and Draco, let's do this. Let's dance, all right?
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Mark
It doesn't matter. We're here to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to avenge this loss. Okay? I'll be back. I'll play that moron Mantz.
I've had enough. I have had enough. We faced off in the doubles, and with your smoke face and your too cool sunglasses, I am sick of your bullying. I'm sick of this shit. I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna challenge you and me. Forget.
He's so ripped. It's so weird.
But I got nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose. Yes, this is happening right now.
Hi, Rico.
Are you kidding me, Mantz? All right, listen, Mantz.
Nope, my watermelon.
Anything from you anymore? Yeah, champion's prerogative. Get out of here.
Somebody running their mouth, so I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Because I'm sick of it, and they're sick of it, and I know they're sick of it.
I think it's Mark.
To the movie Trivia Schmoedown. My name is Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. I am joined by a man who is not so good at swallowing sandwiches, but he is great at announcing. He is the pit boss, Ken Knapsack. How are you, Ken?
I told you that in confidence. I'm glad to be here. My work release program has really stepped it up a notch to let me here. I am happy to be calling this match.
Ben Bateman, Scott Mantz. This is a matchup in singles, and it could get loud in here. Mantz comes into this match as the challenger. He hasn't had the best of luck in singles, and when you really look at both competitors, they're more known for their team exploits. Obviously, Mantz is part of Team Trek, and Ben Bateman a part of the dastardly Team Action. I look at these guys because we know Jason Inman and what he's been able to do in the Inner Geekdom League, but Scott Mantz has been a nice complement to Inman as a team, and then when Mantz gets out on his own, you know anything is possible when movie release dates is on the wheel, and it is on the wheel today,
Movie release dates. Yeah, you saw what happened where Inman has moved on to the 5. He's moved on to the 5, but I can tell you, I've spoken to both these competitors. I know Jason and Scott very well. We go to Star Trek conventions together, and I just throw Luke Skywalker dolls at them. They split amicably. It's not even a really split. It's just different directions. Scott's looking to really start out anew here, and there's a lot going on in the world of Schmoedown right now. We got the Collider Collision coming up, Mark Ellis. You've got a special jacket picked out for that occasion?
Oh, it's going to be glorious, and it might be the color of blood because there's going to be some in the water that day as well as today. I will remind Ken Knapsack that fraternizing with competitors outside of this studio could be grounds for dismissal as a result of collusion. Ben Bateman, I look at the stronger of the two when it comes to team action. I think I think that he knows more. He's more well-rounded than his partner Andrew Guy, who is a very fun performer.
I think they're both
Not
very
much
close.
else that I see in that brain
But
as
I
far as
think it's
trivia
more
goes.
because
Ben Bateman
Ben
and
has
Scott
done more
Mantz,
singles
they're not
matches,
going to
but it makes
have
them look
their compatriots here
superior.
today. It's going to be mano a mano.
Mano y mano. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I
don't
failed my
And
high
that
school
could
Spanish
be,
class, but I'll tell you what, Bateman
again, because of,
called out Mantz in the post game of his last
Andrews.
match, and Mantz accepted. I think Mantz just wants to compete. I think he wants to show people what he's capable of. But you never know. When I've seen Team Action get under the skin of Mantz and Inman back in the day. Inman confessed he almost wanted to start a real fist fight during that match. So we'll see. I know Mantz, don't let his happy-go-lucky attitude fool you. This guy is a competitor, and we've got some big stuff coming from the collision. But before we get here, this match is key because the winner The winner of this match would move on to face John Roca, he of the cowboy hat fame, because that means we get 2 possible feuds continuing. Team Action, we've seen them with top 10. Guy with the big spear heard around the world. Roca's still see the chiropractor for that. And then you got Mantz Roca 3, possibility down the line. A lot riding on this match today, Mark.
Yeah, hopefully it won't get physical here today. And whether you're a casual fan of movie trivia or you know all the feuds that are happening and could happen in the near future, you're going to want to be a member of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. Check out our Patreon today. Select which tier is right for you and get more involved in all the carnage. Well, speaking of that C word, we had a lot going on in our pregame interviews. Let's take a look.
No nonsense. I'm not here for a show. You wanted a show? I gave it to you. I'm here for one reason, and one reason only. And that's to embarrass that ridiculous chimp of a competitor, Scott Mantz.
Mantz in the house. Look, the guy's now permanent part of the Collider family. Perfect time for Mantz to return to the singles Schmoedown.
Are you kidding me? You need me to play Scott Mantz? You know, Mantz was in his prime when he played Golem in 2 Towers. But he's gotten old, okay? The league has changed, Mantz. Your arch nemesis couldn't even make the cast of Space Cowboys. And after I embarrass you, I'm going to embarrass him.
He really thinks he's going to beat me? Okay, you know, he got lucky with the team tournament. You know, Mantz and him and Team Trek, we shall return. We'll go boldly again. But on the single side, Mantz, do I look like I'm sweating here? Do I look like I'm sweating? Do I look like I'm nervous? Do I look like I care?
This is the year of action, Mantz. You're no action. Get out of here. Go host the movie review show. You aren't part of the Schmoedown anymore. Your man left you, Mantz.
Here's the thing. Ben Bateman, he just shows so much disrespect, not just for the Mantz man, but for the entire Schmoedown process as a whole. He just gives the Schmoedown a bad name, and I'm here to show him a good one.
I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to show you, once and for all, you, everybody else, every one of you idiots that thinks I'm not one of the best players in the league, I am the best player in the league. And I will have every belt by the end of this year.
The boss. The boss is going to take you down. This boss is going to be the man. Mantz versus Roca 3. There are so many reasons why Mantz will win. The biggest reason is I just know my shit better than you.
I think being unlimited means you have limitless options.
I don't think that even competes in the Star Wars League.
I feel like I have a crazy style and I love trying out new things.
Probably can't.
And I love just expressing myself however I'm feeling that day.
Is he in the Inner Geekdom? Because I didn't think he was. Maybe he is.
I mean, you see there, Ken, again, I told everybody that your eardrums might be ringing after this match, not because we aren't professional and know how to broadcast, it's because Mantz and Bateman, they can get up there in the octaves and the decibel range. It's going to feel like the Who at Wembley Stadium in here.
Absolutely. That's a good reference to a rock and roll combo I enjoy. I'll tell you, though, Scott Mantz, I think his name should be Turn Down the Gain Mantz. That's what I think it should be. That's for all you audio mixer guys out there.
All the engineers
crowd
watching us today.
Yeah, absolutely there. All right, well, we heard what they have to say.
We have a tail of the
we
tape?
got a little bit of tail of the tape here.
What are these guys good at, Ken?
What are they good at? Well, I'll tell you what. Scott Mantz is good at giving hugs. That we know.
Good hugger.
He has got some traps on him. And he is good, of course, at sci-fi, Star Trek, classics, and his expertise, movie release dates. And Ben, the boss, Bateman, his strengths include action / adventure. Also action-adventure. Classics as well. He's proven himself in Oscar categories. And I think general new releases, the kind of movies these kids are seeing these days with their movie passes and whatnot.
Like most great 1960s comics, he only owns one suit, but it feels like a fresh one every time I see him. It is Mantz, it is Bateman. We are about to get it on, Ken. And I'm looking at my watch. It does appear that it's 8:05. It is time to rock. Oh, yeah, then we do. It's time to Schmoedown! Kind of a fake handoff there that I threw deep.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. You said 8:05. I thought about 6:05, the start of WCW and old TNT and Turner Broadcasting. All right, here we go. Are you ready for your introductions? Here we go. Intro.
Here we go. Are you ready for your introductions? Here we go.
Representing Collider, with a record of 2 wins and 4 defeats, He is the 2017 Ultimate Schmoedown quarterfinalist. He is your friend, the Mantz Man, Scott Mantz.
Scott Mantz coming out. Look at the gun. Wow. That guy hits the gym. Wow. That's good tricep. That's good bicep.
Wow, look at that.
Good forearms in there.
He's got a
Mantz versus Roca 3. Mantz versus Roca 3.
Look at
He wants John Roca bad. He's got to get through Ben Bateman.
I got you, pal. Mantz versus Roca 3. It's happening.
Here
it's happening.
we go.
It's Mantz.
A ray of
Mantz
positivity
is
and
out.
muscle.
Mantz is out. But introducing his opponent. Representing Team Action with a singles record of 1 win and 2 defeats with 1 KO. He is the 2017 Ultimate Schmoedown Team Finalist and part of the 2017 Team Heels of the Year. He is Ben the Boss Bateman.
Well, they're both here, Ken. Team Action has showed up.
What's your size,
Playing the heel that has some sort of briefcase. Andrew Guy with his now famous wolf head cane.
Yeah.
And Andrew Guy just cleaning off.
The wolf head? I thought it was
He's
a
wiping
dragon.
down his
Right.
Yeah.
Much like you see at the airport. He's
Yeah.
shining his
Look
at
shoes.
that.
I've done that at a Chili's too. All right, both competitors are out, Mark.
You know, Ken, I got to just cut you off here real quick.
Oh, that's good.
Mantz, there's something I'd like to bring up with you real quick.
Okay, let's hear it.
You know, I've beaten you twice. This will be a third time. And let's make this
correction.
simple.
You didn't beat me. Your team beat us. You did not beat me. And
We
you
are
won't.
Action, Mantz. You lost to Action.
No, the team
But let's move on,
lost.
Mantz. I want your slice.
You and what do you mean you want my space?
Your slice, Mantz.
The movie release
Slice
date
of
she's
what?
really
You're
good
I
at.
want your movie release date slice. I want this face on your slice. And when I kick your ass today, I want that slice.
Well,
Wait
Ben
a minute.
Bateman.
Wait a
He's
minute.
good at
Scott
them.
Mantz's pride and
You
joy there,
want
Ken.
your face on movie release dates?
On my
good at
slice,
them.
yes.
No. See, what happens is you have to earn that.
Oh, I will.
How are you going to earn that?
Well, we got.
Okay, here
You know,
comes
Mantz, I never enter into a negotiation I can't
He's got
win.
a
so-
contract going
Are
on
you
here.
serious,
Really?
Thad?
Mantz
You're a little
is
bit.
signing his life away.
What am I
Williams,
signing?
We are not sure what exactly is said in those papers, but it does indicate
No,
that if Scott signs
wait
this,
a minute. Wait a minute.
it would be saying that if Ben
you really
wins,
want my real slice?
he would get his
Really
face
want
on the
my
movie
real
release day
slice?
wheel slice.
Yeah, I see. This is some added
So-
stakes
Come on,
to the
Mantz.
match here.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It should
in
only
one of
be
Thad's famous
if they
yellow
have a
folders, so
movie
you know
release
it's
date.
official. That has already been a notarized
okay.
document and now
One-on-one.
signed by
Because-
Scott Mantz.
Look at that. It
I've
feels
nothing
as
to
though
worry.
we've been looking live
It's just
on
one more
C-SPAN
asset,
to the
man.
floor of the Senate after that kind of debate right
This is
there.
Gonna get straight to British Parliament here if we don't calm everything down in the studio. So we are going to come back up here at the news desk after putting his John Hancock on a notarized document provided to him courtesy of Commissioner Thad Williams. Scott Mantz and Ben Bateman are now ready to maybe not high five, but certainly ready to duel and movie trivia for 3 rounds. Ken, here's how it works in round 1. Each
You should have to
competitor is
beat
going to
Scott.
hear a series of 8 questions. These questions are asked to the field. They come from
movie
8 different
release
corners
dates.
of the movie trivia
So if there's
galaxy.
not
Each
a
question is
single
worth 1
movie
point.
release date
There's no
question,
penalty for missing a question.
and
There is
Ben
no
gets that
stealing
slice
in round
from
1.
movie
As soon as
Mantz,
we finish asking
I
the
will beat
question, please write down your best attempt at an answer on the whiteboard with the marker provided in front of you. After your 15 seconds are up, we will ask you by name to give us your best attempt at a correct answer. Please show what you wrote on the whiteboard to the cameras at the same time you verbalize it into the microphone. I will remind each competitor of your 3 usages of the JTE rule throughout the match. If you need to
More
buy yourself some
irritated
time,
than
not sure
mad,
the wording of a question, use the JTE rule. Each competitor also has 1 challenge. Are we good to go?
We are good. I'm good.
Scott Mantz is good. Ben Bateman?
Where's the belt, Alice?
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Here we go.
I did it right,
Rounds to the finish. You did.
Did it right. Your first question comes from the world of action-adventure movies. And your query is, what is the title of the 4th installment in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise? You don't have to write Pirates of the Caribbean, just need the surname.
I once fell asleep on that ride and wrote it 4 times.
They let you do that.
I'm not sure if it's on Stranger
5,
Tides or at World's
4,
End, but I put
3,
on Stranger Tides.
2,
'cause I think that was the 4th
1.
one.
Pens down, Ben Bateman.
on Stranger Tides.
Is that what that says?
What does that say? What does that say?
I would.
I challenge that,
Answer, and it says on Stranger Tides.
I challenge that. That is
I
amazing.
think that's good for me, but what do you think?
Okay.
Everybody be quiet.
No.
Okay.
Okay, 1 point. You got it right. Scott Mantz.
Don't erase it.
On Stranger Tides.
Much better handwriting.
okay.
Ben, please improve your penmanship from question
I've got
1 to
assistance for
question
that,
Come on,
Ellis.
man.
What do you want from me?
All right, tied at 1. Ken Knapsack has your next question.
All right, question 2 comes in the category of Oscars. Oscars. This is not
You knew
Sly
it,
Stallone's
but-
movie. This is about award winners. What film, released in 2002, won Best Picture at the Academy Awards?
All right, if I gave everybody in this room right now $1 if they've seen the movie Oscar, how many dollars down am I?
We'd owe 5 to Bibiani alone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens
I don't
down,
know.
Scott
I
Mantz.
can't think of a movie.
Chicago, bang bang.
Give him a point, Ben Bateman.
Chicago.
I can't think of a movie that came out in 2002.
2-2 going into our next category. Certainly seen a lot of this already in the match, and that would be
Other than
dramas.
Harry Potter.
Your question is,
And
Paul
Chamber of
Newman
Secrets.
reprises his role of Eddie Felson in what Martin Scorsese drama? I'm not sure what noise just emanated from the back of the studio. It sounded like a very disgusted yawn. 5.
It was
4,
actually.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, Ben Bateman.
1986, baby.
Ben Bateman, your answer, please.
The Color of Money.
Better handwriting, still not that good. Scott Mantz.
Color of Money, and that is actually true. I did see The Color of Money when I was a freshman in college. Thank you, man.
It's in the way that you use it, Ken. It's tied at 3.
I didn't know they had organized.
Not even mad.
school
I'm just
then.
impressed.
All right. Question number 4. Question number 4 comes in the category of family films. Family films.
Sounds like
What
Don't
actor shows up at the end of the game in Space Jam to help Michael Jordan and the Toons win the game?
It's in the way that you use it.
The Nye Mets are my favorite baseball squadron.
What? Oh, that's from the 5, 4,
I'm not sure.
3, 2, 1. Oh, we almost said all the numbers together. Scott Mantz.
I'm gonna think like an animal, and whenever possible, look like one.
He got
Bill
Bill
Murray.
Murray
Right,
and
Bill Murray.
nailed the different movie.
Bill Murray.
character.
I'm
Bill
trying to
Murray.
think
And the best handwriting
like
Bateman
basketball
has
players, and it's not Larry
shown.
Bird.
We are
It
tied
was Bill.
at 4.
Damn.
Your next question, gentlemen, from the world of fantasy /
thinking too
science
much about
fiction.
basketball.
And here's your question. This Academy Award winning actress played the titular nanny in the Nanny McPhee films.
It's taken me a long time to not giggle at that word.
It's always a challenge saying the word titular. You've got to get right to the Euler. 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1.
Emma Thompson.
Ben Bateman.
Emma Thompson.
That's correct.
1 point for Ben. Scott Mantz.
Hawkins.
And our first miss of the match goes to Scott Mantz.
All right.
All right.
All right.
5-4. Ben Bateman still within range of having a perfect round 1. If he does get a perfect round 1, he will get a bonus question asked just to him.
Was that God? I don't know.
All right. Question number 6. Question number 6 comes in the category of comedies. Comedies. In the movie Snatched, Amy Schumer's mom is played by what actress?
What? Snatched?
Snatched.
I'm not sure how to spell her last name, but it's Goldie Hawn.
Titular and snatched.
I think that's how you spell Hawn.
4,
Tough question.
3, 2, and 1. Looking for answers, starting
I'm
with
just so-
Scott Mantz.
Goldie Hawn.
That is correct.
I couldn't
Goldie
see.
Hawn.
That's correct. Bateman
Something like
maintains his 1-point lead.
And his perfect round, Kenny,
That's
is
right.
within striking range of a bonus question. Your penultimate question, that means second to last for everybody at home, is from the world of horror thriller. And your question is, in the film Rear Window, who stars as the beautiful socialite love interest Lisa Carol Fremont? You know, Goldie Hawn was in the crowd at the Comedy Store, and I performed a couple weeks ago.
Really?
I made Goldie Hawn laugh.
I
could
made
see her smile.
John Ratzenberger not laugh one night. 5, 4, 3, 2,
I don't know.
and 1. Look for answers starting with Ben Bateman.
Ingrid Bergman.
Incorrect.
Scott Mantz.
Grace Kelly.
That is correct to tie the game.
Tied the game at 6.
No perfect round there.
All right, your last question is from one of our Patreon users. Thank you to all of our Patreon users. And you can submit a question if you're on that tier of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. The patron that submitted his question today is Jeremiah Spivey. Thank you, Jeremiah, for your continued support of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown program, and it's in the category of animated. Jeremiah, you have the added pleasure of having your question read by Ken Knapsack.
That's right. What Saturday Night Live alum has provided his voice for roles in the animated films Inside Out, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and Sausage Party?
So I gather you were trying to make John Ratzenberger laugh.
I tried. I failed. I failed miserably. The Sausage Party was my name for my 8th grade birthday party.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Scott Mantz first.
Bill Hader.
That's correct.
That is correct.
Bill Hader.
All right.
Bill Hader's well. We're tied at 7. These guys know their
I
stuff,
was
Ken.
thinking of Sausage
Absolutely.
Party.
This is a
I
punch
couldn't
for
think of
punch
any
fight
voices
here as we
for
go
Cloudy
into
with
round
a Chance
2.
of Meatballs.
In round number 2,
And I haven't
also
seen
known as the
Inside Out.
Wheel Round, the Wheel of Destiny, the Wheel
Like
of
the
Fortune,
Wheel, though.
perhaps the Wheel
Good guy.
of Doom. There are 12 slices on the wheel. 10 of them
I
are
didn't
from
remember if
different
Seth
movie
Rogen
trivia
actually
categories. You also have spinners and opponent's choice
from
lurking somewhere on said wheel. In
or
round 2,
if Seth
each
Rogen is from
competitor
Saturday Night
is going to
Live,
be
but
asked a
Bill
series
Hader
of 4
definitely is. I know that.
questions
I
thanks to one of
remember
the
him being
slices on the wheel. Your
So 3
question
points for
is
round
each
2.
worth 2 points, so there's a maximum of 8 points gained in round number 2 unless you steal from your opponent, which is legal. If you get asked a question, you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us to provide you with multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options. One of them is the correct answer, at which point the value of the question goes down to 1 point. Again, there is no penalty for missing a question in round 2. We have a tied game, 7-7 here. It's Theismann to Elway, and so we go to the favorite in the match. That would be Ben Bateman. Would you like to spin first or defer to Scott Mantz?
I got a good view. Scott, why don't you go ahead?
All right. He maybe just wants Scott to stop
Why does he get
pushing
to
him.
go? Why do I? What does
Because
he
he's the favorite in the
Because I'm
match.
better than
You're the favorite?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, you
Says
have
who?
more losses,
I
sir.
figure you'd be leaping at the wheel, Scott, because
Miss
movie release
movies.
dates is on there.
Come on.
And I will point out that one of these slices on the wheel is not only has the picture of Scott Mantz,
percentage
there's
is
another
the
slice that's
same.
lurking out there somewhere that is a Patreon slice, and that would be Christopher Nolan movies. Anybody would take a chance on Christopher Nolan, that patron will get a shout out. Scott Mantz, without further ado, please give it your best spin. Old muscly arms
spin is
himself.
in. The spin is in.
Scott Mantz, one of the better distance runners in the league.
Oh,
Can he
no.
spun it?
He got
He
it.
spun movie release days
got
right out of
it.
the gate.
Wow, that is...
Scott Mantz and Ben Bateman, all he can do is smile. Through those sunglasses, we don't know what's going on under that
That would be
suit.
hilarious.
Wow, look
So-
at that.
Just
you
steps
got
up.
him, I got him.
I got the movie release dates
Okay.
all right. That is...
So Scott misses them,
All right.
Game over.
and Ben steals them.
Whoa, that's some harsh language
You're
there.
rolling
That
my
might be
slice,
different
Scott.
then.
Oh, wow. Look at
All
that.
right.
old.
We don't
My
know
slice.
whose picture is going to be on that slice at the end of the match, but Scott
I'd
Mantz
like to see
certainly
that
in his
freaking
comfort zone
contract.
with movie release dates. Scott,
That's
your
an
first
idiot.
movie release date question. In what year was the film Apollo 13
1995.
released? 2 points.
2 points.
I was going
He
to
is
say
not wasting a lot of
96.
time here.
I
Your
can't
next
remember.
question, Scott. Tim Burton's Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, was released in what year?
2007.
2 more
That's
points
correct.
for Scott Mantz. At least he let me finish the question that time, Ken.
Yeah.
All right, Scott, your next question. The Clint Eastwood classic Dirty Harry was released in what year?
Dirty Harry. 1971.
2 more points for Scott
Wow.
Mantz. He's 1 away from a perfect round, and he can get it with this next answer.
Uh-oh, Ben.
Sam Raimi's horror classic, The Evil Dead, creeped onto the silver screen in what year?
1992.
That is incorrect. Ben Bateman for a big steal here. Gonna need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2.
1986.
Looking for 1981. 1981.
Wow.
You might have
Wow.
been confusing with Dead
81.
Alive, the Peter
Yeah.
Jackson film, but Scott
At least
Mantz,
I was alive.
well done. A little stumbly there as he didn't stick the landing, but still
Yeah,
6
but good
points.
round.
Movie release dates. Very happy. Scott Mantz has to do this performance.
Yeah, that's a good round. That's a good round. You know, you taking command, you putting pressure on your opponent. That's what it's about.
And go ahead, Ben. And there's the spin of the
is in.
win.
Spin is in here.
Not going to
Good
get movie
spin.
release dates.
Yeah.
What else could be? He could get his picture on the wedge by the end of the match, but he's not going to get that category. Looking at Spinner's Choice.
Spinner's
That's just
Choice.
as good as what Scott Mantz had spun
Yeah.
there, Ken.
He can't. Movie release dates is off the table, but he's got some
New
other
releases?
choices to get to.
You think spy movies for an action fan?
Is going to
Oscar, yeah.
Oscar movies.
Oscar
really good at
movies. This
those.
is a category that Scott Mantz knows a little something about too. Interesting choice by Ben Bateman.
Yes.
Ballsy.
Yes.
That was a ballsy choice, mister.
All
He's
right.
good at them, but
All
if
right.
he
You got
misses it,
4
then Scott will
questions in
probably
the
get it.
category of Oscars. First one coming in.
I think he can get them all,
Who
though.
won an Oscar for playing Queen Elizabeth I in Shakespeare in Love?
Multiple choice. Shut up, Drew.
I'm gonna need
5,
5, 4, 3,
Maybe it wasn't Drew.
2.
Judi Dench.
That's correct for 2 points.
Points. Wonder if he knew it. Or
We're going to be taking the time.
just funning with
He's
it.
going to do it the whole time, right?
All right.
Very calm
Okay,
and collected.
second question. What was the last film Tom Hanks was nominated for an Acting Academy Award?
Acting Academy Award. Does Toy Story 3 count? You probably didn't get that, though.
5, 4,
Last
3,
one.
2, and
Captain Phillips.
Incorrect for Steele.
Sully?
Repeat the question, please.
All right, that is
usage
one
of the JT rule. Ken will note it.
What was the last film Tom Hanks was nominated for an Acting Academy Award in?
Paper?
Incorrect. Looking for Castaway. Castaway.
Really?
No,
Castaway.
he was nominated for Captain Phillips.
100%
He was not nominated for Captain Phillips. It was a snub.
What?
He wasn't nominated for Captain Phillips?
100% was. Yeah, I'm right. The Castaway is from 2000.
Yeah, I think he was nominated.
Yeah.
Castaway is 2000. Captain Phillips was
All right, we've
2000.
got a challenge on the table here.
That's such a weird question to mess up. Like, there's only one right answer.
All right, we have consulted with a number of judges, and the ruling is that Tom Hanks was nominated for a Screen Actors Guild, not an Academy Award for Captain
Okay,
Phillips. The question and the ruling stand as originally called. It is
That's
13-9. Both Bateman and Mantz missed that. Bateman, 2 questions left to creep within
try,
1,
Shay.
or maybe even tie Scott Mantz.
All right, all right. We now go to your third question, Ben. Third question. Citizen Kane famously did not win Best Picture. What film beat it to win Best Picture for the films released in 1941?
That's tough.
Come on, you're full of shit.
The sunglasses are off. Is he milking it for the camera?
5, 4,
Is he
You're
really
full
not
of shit.
knowing?
He says maybe it's not
2.
hard.
How green was my valley?
That is correct for 2 points.
I think you knew it the whole time, Ken.
Oh, yes.
You're not even a good actor.
Yes.
I knew you knew it. You're
All
not even
right.
a good actor.
All
Not
right.
even a good actor.
Final question, Ben, in the category of Oscars. For what movie did Frank Sinatra win his Oscar for Best Supporting Actor?
From Here to Eternity.
That's correct. 4
We are
points
tied going in to round 3. You know, Ken, we had a little bit of fun at each competitor's expense going into the match, saying, well, maybe their teams have helped carry them with their opponents in various cases. They have proven themselves to know a variety of movie trivia categories so far, 13-13, as we go into round number 3. And this is the round that will determine the fate and perhaps whose picture is on the movie release dates slice. In round 3, each competitor is going to give us a series of numbers. That series will entail 3 numbers ranging from 1 to 20. Those numbers are going to correspond to a movie trivia category up here at our answer desk. We're going to ask you those 3 questions. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. And your last question is worth 5 points. There is no stealing in round 3, and there's no penalty for missing a question. We're tied again, so Ben Bateman, you and Scott have both earned 13 points. You are the favorite in today's match. What are your 3 numbers, sir?
3, 7, and 17.
3, 7, 17, going all odds.
All right.
That's what I'm going to win.
He always makes a
Scott
comment
Mantz,
about
your
it
3
being all
numbers.
odds or all evens.
Guessing will
1,
correspond to a fantasy movie.
1, wait, what were yours?
3, 7,
he
and
had
17.
3, 7, 17.
3, 7, and 17.
You cannot take those numbers.
I'm going to go with, you ready? 5, 10, and 15.
All right.
Ask me why.
Why, sir?
Because I like the number 5, and they're all multiples of 5.
This is the problem when you base all your numbers on Star Trek movies that eventually you run out of references to have.
I'll tell you what.
Your first question is going to go to Scott Mantz. Scott, I will be administering your questions. Ken will be asking Ben Bateman his. Scott, you selected category number 5 because you're a fan of that number for reasons unknown. It's worth 2 points, and the category is in the world of the 2000s.
Okay.
These are movies released in 2000s. Name the action film released in the year 2000 that stars Brad Pitt opposite Robert Redford.
Spy Game.
2 points.
2 points.
And over to Ben Bateman.
Over to Ben Bateman. This match is as good as a vodka in my glass, Mark. This is good. Let's get
Are
to
you
it.
drinking this early in the day?
Yeah, I am. Third, your first question, 2-point question. You chose number 3, Ben. That is the category of Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey. Matthew McConaughey plays a video store clerk who agrees to have his life filmed by a camera crew for a television show in what film?
Ed TV.
That's correct for 2 points. Tied this game up.
Go back to Scott Mantz. I have a feeling we're going to be going to 5-pointers here, Ken. Your next question, Scott Mantz. You selected number 10 because it is a multiple of 5. It's worth 3 points. And your question is in the realm of the 1980s. Different decade, different point value. And your question is, name the 80s movie starring Eric Stoltz about a teenager with a skull deformity attempting to live his life as normal as possible.
That is
correct. 3 points for Scott Mantz.
3 points indeed.
Mask, also a great series of toys that they're going to make on the big screen.
Mobile Armored Strike Command. I have several of the toys in my closet now. All right, we've got number 7 for you, Ben. Your 3-point question will come in the category of war movies. War movies. 3 points. Who plays Command Master Chief John James Ergale in the 1997 film G.I. Jane?
No idea.
Hit this, or we'll have to go to this 5-pointer.
Right.
To 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question, please.
All right, first one for Ben.
Wondering if he's toying.
Who plays Command
or if he
Master
doesn't know
Chief John James Ergale in the 1997 film
I don't know,
G.I. Jane?
Robert De Niro.
Looking for answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Aaron Eckhart.
Incorrect. Incorrect answer is Viggo Mortensen. Viggo Mortensen.
Viggo Mortensen also in Young Guns 2, and now Ben Bateman could be going down in a blaze of glory if he doesn't get this 5-point question. He's all of a sudden on his last leg.
Sheriff, I think I need to have a movement.
Deep cut.
5-point question. Coming in the category of, because you chose number 17, Oscar movies. Oscar movies. All right. 5-point question.
Ben, given the nature of this question, we're going to give you a little more time to answer it. It just involves multiple factors. So.
Okay. In Oscars history, only 3 films have won the Big 5 for Best Director, Best Picture, Actor, Actress, and Screenplay. Name 2.
Of the films that have won
the Big 5.
I could not tell you.
Repeat the question, please.
In Oscars history, only 3 films have won the Big 5 for Best Picture, Director, Actor, Actress, and Screenplay. Name 2.
Because that didn't win actor, at least.
The Silence of the Lambs, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
That is correct for 5 points.
I don't know. Maybe he got better at acting from round 2 to round 3, but I really was not sure if he knew that one or not.
Nice to pour on the suspense for him, Beatty.
We go to Scott Mantz now. He only trails by 2 points, but he only has 1 question left in the bank, Ken. It's his 5-pointer. And Scott, he said number 15 because, again, he just can't get enough of the number 5. And this one is worth 5 points. And your question is in the world of fantasy science fiction. And your question is, In The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, what English character actor and Harry Potter veteran plays Professor Kirk, who takes in the pensive children?
Wow.
Repeat the question, please.
Second one.
In The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, what English character actor and Harry Potter veteran plays Professor Kirk, who takes in
I don't know.
the Pevensey children?
Alan Rickman? I don't think that's right.
Can I repeat the question again?
But
No?
holy shit.
Yeah, you can. It'll be your third and final JT rule.
Okay, third and final.
He's in the movie
And
for like
it is again In The Lion, the Witch,
one
and the
scene,
Wardrobe. What
not
English
even.
character actor and Harry Potter veteran plays Professor Kirk, who takes in the Pevensey children?
Richard Harris?
And Joe
I don't think it was
winner with a score of 20-18.
Damn.
Ben, the boss.
Who was it?
Bateman. We're looking for Jim Broadbent.
Damn.
Played
Sorry,
Professor
Scott.
Kirk and Ben Bateman by the skin of his teeth. What a match put forth here by Scott Mantz. What a
That
challenge
was
to
Ben.
Ben Bateman.
I'd have
We
3
still are
points.
sorting out
Scott.
exactly what the paperwork was that Scott Mantz signed. Really an unfair thing to do on the commissioner's part. Just give him a folder of the notarized documents to sign right before the match. But be that as it may, Ben Bateman certainly
Not fair
earning the
at
victory,
all.
but a hard-fought one over Scott Mantz. Ken, your thoughts?
Wow, I'll tell you what, both these guys came out on fire. That first round was just shot for shot.
7
Even
points each.
second round, they came out tied. Third round, it just came down to maybe the order of questions, what you knew, those pockets of knowledge buried in your mind. Jim Broadbent, that's a great answer, a deep cut. It just didn't come to Scott Mantz when he needed it, but don't take anything away from Ben the Boss Bateman. Wow, team action looking on a roll going into Collider Collision.
That's right, Andrew. You guys certainly looking at his teammate with a lot of confidence right now. Ben Bateman, a lot of confidence, strike out on his own as well with team action. And for Scott Mantz, he always gives a hell of a show, and today he gave a hell of a trivia performance as well. We're going to have an interview with both Scott Mantz, the loser, and Ben Bateman, the winner of today's match, right now with our very own Jen Sturger. Jen, take it away.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with Team Action and the boss, Ben Bateman. Congratulations on a well-fought match, sir.
That's yours now, buddy. It's a good-looking slice. Well, it'll be better looking soon.
So dumb.
Oh.
You know, it was a great match. It was a great match. I'm not really here to mess around anymore. You know, we've got a performer, we've got a trivia guy on this team. We both do both. All right, you guess which is which. I took this thing down today like I needed to. This slice, it's gonna be mine soon. And anything else you guys want to hear from me, you'll hear in trivia.
You know, that was a really well-fought match. That may be match of the year. You know, I think... Excuse me?
Sorry. No, nothing. Well, it would have been match of the year if we hadn't gotten cheated at the live event, but, you know, that's cool.
Still hanging on to that, huh?
Wouldn't you?
No. Anyways, you did a fantastic job with Oscars. I feel like you're really proving yourself dominant in a lot of different categories and just a more well-rounded competitor. What are you doing to prepare for these matches now that's different from previous?
Well, you know, Jessica, as I mentioned, I don't have a lot of time. So if you want to set something up with my assistant, as I mentioned to you last time this happened, we can talk about it a little more then, okay?
Cool, Andrew. I'll give you a call.
That was funny, wasn't it? It was funny. Yeah, it was really good.
Anyways, the whole point of this match was, 1, winning the slice, which is now yours. Congratulations. And 2, you're going to be facing John Roca.
Hey, it's the cast of the bucket list. Look at this.
It had nothing to
I'll let you
do
handle them.
with the movie release date because Scott was way better.
And those glowing red shoes. Those glowing red shoes.
Yeah, they're good, right?
He has red shoes on.
All right, everybody calm down.
Why are you here, Roca?
Ben, you earned your shot. You did a good job. You took care of Mantz. You were a kid, you were a rookie. You made your way. Now, you've been talking about facing me, and now it's come. You and me, toe-to-toe. And this is to get into the singles tournament. And you're out your goddamn mind if you don't think I'm going to whip the shit out of you to get in that tournament. Because I want my belt back, boy. And I'm going to take it from you one piece at a time. One little handkerchief at a time. I'm going to take you down. You understand?
You know, Roca,
And I'm
last
gonna
I
give that
remember,
boy a real lip.
last I remember, you were walking away when I kicked your ass at the free-for-all. So how about you shut your mouth?
You kicked my ass at the free-for-all? You won by 1 point. How do you define kicking someone's ass? Are you like a dumb?
I recall saying bye, Roca, and watching
Yes,
your
you
ass
did.
walk out the door.
You did, and then you walked
What do you
right out
call
the door
that?
right after me.
Yeah.
So what are you talking? If you'd won the free-for-all, maybe you could shoot his mouth off. But you
Roca,
didn't. You lost.
Save it for the ring, Wild
There's
Hog.
nothing to save. There's
All right?
nothing to save for you. Listen,
Hog.
I'm going to send you some money. I'm going to get you a suit that fits, not one out of a kid's gap. By the way, this. Never forget.
You want to get these shoes on camera
Yeah,
here?
get the shoes on camera. Get those shoes.
Get out of
those
here.
shoes.
Get out
I
of
saw
here,
them at
Roca.
Ross.
Riley.
I saw them at Ross Dress for Less. Riley,
Get your
tell
guy
him.
out of here. Get your guy out of here.
Did you just show you his nipples?
There it is. Tell him, Riles.
Microphone.
Hey, thanks, Riley. Nothing but respect for that guy. Real champion right there.
I thought that guy was going to kiss you the whole time he was talking and breathing on you.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable. It was really uncomfortable. I just was really grossed out by what just happened.
Shut up.
Yeah. You know, Jessica, if you want to set something up, like we said, but we're done here, okay? Thanks a lot.
Yep.
Oh, Scott Mantz.
Well, Jen.
That might have been the match of your life that you played out there today, and it came just short.
That was a great match. You know what? All kidding aside, Jen, all the smack talk aside, all the playing up, all the WWF stuff that goes on here at the Collider Schmoedown here, that was a great match.
It was.
Ben played a great game. You know, he knows how to kick up the tension by, like, waiting before he gives his answers, and then he gives the right answers.
Did that mess with you at all?
No, because I knew what he was doing. But you know what? To score 18 points and still lose shows you just how great this match actually was. Ben played a great game, and you know what? It isn't how you win or lose. It really is how you play the game. That was a really well-played game. Two pros who really knew their stuff, and he just knew a little bit more than I did because I hated The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I even think I fucking fell asleep in that movie. It came out in, I don't even know when the hell it came out. Like 2005, right? Is that right? That's probably right. 2005.
Why are you asking me?
Yeah, the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion and the Witch and the Wardrobe. That was December of 2005. But yeah, that was just a great match. Even though I lost, I still feel really good.
So if you're feeling good, I hate to bring up the obvious, but you lost your wheel slice.
I'll get it back. I'm not worried about. I'll get the wheel slice back because you know what? Movie release dates are still my thing. They always will be. I don't need to have my face on a wheel slice to prove that. That wheel slice will always be mine. Everybody knows it. Yeah. Everybody who knows me, everybody who knows the Schmoedown, everybody who knows Ben Bateman knows whether my face is on it or not. That wheel slice is mine.
Yeah.
Mr. Movie Release Dates, it's mine. Movie Release Dates, it's mine. The song is mine. Fight for life. That's just the way it goes. I love it.
Thank you so much. Really excited to see what you do next. I know it won't be Roca, but I'm sure you've got something up your sleeve.
I was so close to Roca. Damn! I know that's what y'all wanted, right? It's what I wanted too. It'll happen someday.
All right, Ken, what you see there, clearly Scott Mantz. He always has a smile on his face regardless, but you can clearly tell that he is very, very dejected after losing to not just anybody, Ben Bateman, who likes to rub it in the loser's face from time to time. Ben Bateman, as confident as ever, he might have hit a new level of cockiness.
Yeah, team action that they keep reaching new levels of eval, as you would say, and they are a thorn in a lot of people's sides, but you cannot take away their success. They do know their stuff.
To quote Grandpa Simpson, that doll is evil, and he likes Frogurt. That is going to do it for us here today on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. I want to thank Ken Knapsack for being such a great partner with a broad back to carry me, Mark Ellis, Baby Carrots. Make sure you guys check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. Find out which tier is right for you today. Check out the Schmoedown Rundown on iTunes and the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. Ken Knapsack, where can the kids find you?
You can find me anywhere at Ken Knapsack. I used to wear an onion tied to my belt, which was the style at the time.
Hey everyone, I heard Alex Damon needs a challenger for the Star Wars Schmoedown Championship, and I'll do it. Alex is really, really good, but I guess I'll do it. I'll see you there.
What's up, Schmoedown fans? Frank here, and it is time.
Interesting. So I'm so frustrated with Thad as it is. I already can't stand Thad, but giving away Mantz's movie slice to Ben, who, yes, he's good at movie release dates, but he didn't earn it. Like, it should be a one-on-one movie release dates only if they really want the slice. But Scott made a good point because everyone knows that it's his slice. That doesn't matter whose face is on it. It's definitely Scott Mantz. But, alright, that's all I got. Bye guys, have a great day.